Hi, my name's Evan and I'm going to review probe installation on the Rockland Scientific VMP 250. The VMP 250 with the front bulkhead seen here and test probes installed has the following probes and sensors: temperature 1, temperature 2 or optional conductivity 1, shear 1, and shear 2, a reference CT made by JFE Advantech Corporation, JAC, and an optional chlorophyll and optical backscatter sensor also made by JAC. An on magnet is screwed in here to turn on the VMP. The on magnet indicates the x-axis of the VMP, with the y-axis positive to port or left, and z-axis positive towards the rear bulkhead of the VMP. Before installing the microstructure probes, use the probe wrench to loosen the probe holder caps and remove each test probe. Do not pull out the SMC cable too far. Check that the black O-ring is in good condition. There is no debris and the O-ring and white ferrule are in the correct order. With the O-ring and ferrule on the sting of the probe, reinsert the test probe and retighten the probe holder cap. Complete this check for each probe holder. Now that you have checked the O-rings and ferrules, you are ready to install the microstructure probes. Begin by loosening the probe holder cap about halfway. Do not remove the probe holder cap. Remove the test probe and gently unscrew it from the SMC cable. Carefully remove the probe from its protective sheath. Always install probes starting with the least fragile. The microconductivity probe is the least fragile, followed by the shear probes and then the temperature probes. Thread the probe onto the SMC cable by rotating the probe or the end of the SMC cable connector. Carefully insert the probe into the probe holder until you hear and feel the probe contacting the back of the probe holder. Tighten the probe holder cap as tight as possible by hand. Next, tighten the probe holder cap between 1/8 and 1/2 turn. Do not over-tighten the probe holder cap. Place the test probe in the protective sheath of the corresponding probe so that the connector is protected. Make a note of the channel number on the test probe and the serial number of the probe. As you tighten the probe holders, ensure that the shear probes are oriented correctly. Typically, one shear probe is aligned with the instrument's x-axis through the on magnet, and the other with its y-axis. The sensitivity on a shear probe is in the direction normal to the flat section of the probe's serial number. Temperature probes are extremely fragile. Be careful when removing them from the protective sheath. Be very careful not to damage the sensing tips of the other probes as you install the last probes. The probes are now installed. Make sure you complete the pre-deployment checklist in the manual before deploying the VMP.